PS5, what's the latest PlayStation 5 news and when will Sony release it? Now that the PS4 is officially reaching the end of its life cycle, that's direct from Sony, our thoughts are inevitably turning to the PS5. So what exactly is in store for the Sony PlayStation 5 and when can be expected to release? Sony is currently keeping rather quiet when it comes to specific plans for the PS5, but we know that a PlayStation 5 release date will definitely one day exist, thanks to Sony Interactive Entertainment's president and CEO Sean Layton confirming as much in an interview with Golem.de. In addition, Sony president Kenichiro Yoshida confirmed the company is working on a next-generation console in an interview with the Financial Times. Cyber Monday deals, see all the best offers right now. Back in May, Sony Interactive CEO John Kodera revealed to the Wall Street Journal that the PS5 would not be releasing until at least 2021. However, an investigation by T3 claimed the PS5 could release as soon as Christmas 2019, earlier than the Xbox 2. We all know that the rumors, wish lists, and alarmingly convincing leaked renders in the run-up to a console reveal are a big part of the fun. In that spirit, we've gathered together everything we most want to see from the PlayStation 5 and what its standout features might be when it arrives. Update: Sony has confirmed it's working on a next-generation PlayStation console. PS5 competition. Although we're hideously impatient for news of a PlayStation 5 release date, we can't fault Sony for taking another few years to really milk the last of the PS4, given its huge and loyal player base. After all, the PS4 Pro is still relatively new to the market and its direct competitor, the Microsoft's Xbox One X, is an even more recent release. However, industry insider Jez Corden, and a recent Microsoft job listing, have hinted that Microsoft is already thinking about the next Xbox, the Xbox 2, codenamed Xbox Scarlet. That means it's highly unlikely that Sony isn't currently doing the same and is, perhaps, even further along in the process. According to gaming industry analyst Hideki Yasuda, via T3, and his firm Ace Economic Research Institute, the introduction of the PS5 will be at the end of 2019. A 2019 release would be much earlier than expected and could give Sony a real advantage, as the next generation console would release before the Xbox 2. If we're honest, we can't really see any urgent need to start a new generation right now. And given Microsoft's growing commitment to backwards compatibility, we think it's key for Sony to really think carefully about its next steps. Despite Yasuda's report, a 2 to 3 year wait make a lot more sense to us. However, it could be Sony is trying to throw Microsoft a sucker punch from left field by releasing earlier than expected. PS5 release date. With no official word yet from Sony on a PS5 release date, it's difficult to pin down exactly when we might get to see a PS5 console. Some analysts are predicting the PlayStation 5 release date could be around 2020 or 2021, for example, while others say 2019, so just the 3-year window, then. Speaking to Gaming Bolt, Michael Pachter said that though he thinks the PS5 will be a half step and will be backwards compatible with the PS4 Pro, he doesn't think we'll see it until 2019 or 2020, but probably 2019. This would make sense, as it would fall in line with predictions for when the 4K TV market in the US will reach 50%. I think Sony has probably got the next console cycle lined up already, he says. I think they already know what they've got to do. More recently, Pachter clarified this claim, saying that Sony would most likely release the new console in 2020. He added that at this time he thinks the PS4 Pro will become the base model PlayStation and will see a reduction in price. Meanwhile, a recent report from Kotaku's Jason Schreier backs up this thinking. He spoke to a number of developers about likely release dates, with most of the conversations pointing to a 2020 release. He writes, "There is information about the PlayStation 5 floating around at both first and third-party companies, but it's far more limited than it would be if the console's release was imminent." A recent Wall Street Journal report points to a release around 3 years away, with Sony's John Kodera stating, "We will use the next 3 years to prepare the next step, to crouch down so that we can jump higher in the future." Not long after this, Sony's new CEO, Kenichiro Yoshida, released a 3-year business plan for the company which predicted the company's profits would dip in the run-up to 2021. This is the kind of dip that may come as the PlayStation 4 reaches market saturation, before the launch of the PS5. So mark your calendars for 2019, 2020, and 2021 then. Thank for watching the video. Subscribe for more.